All right, welcome. Let's get this party started here, shall we? Looking for Esgedda. Wait a second. Did I not update the title? I know I updated the title. Did I not save it or something? Is that what happened? I guess I didn't save it. What the hell? Esgedda and stealth. Stealth. Who are they going up against? DJO, and just a. I swear I updated this. All right, it says it updated. Okay. All right, so I didn't have that title updated properly, but I do now. So my 1,000 apologies to everyone. Oh, I don't even know what you guys are looking at. Hold on. Let me look at my OBS. Nothing. Looking at nothing. There we go. Is that better? Are you happy now? Okay. Copy the old link. All right, so we should be getting a game here any moment. I'm drinking a Corona. Is my camera still plugged in? Let me see. Oh, I get. There it is. Boom. Let's get this party started. Yeah, I love the low elos, man. Low elos are the life. I don't know why anyone tries to get good ever. What's the point? What's the point? There we go. Capture rate's up. Anyone watching, tell me if the sound is going to be okay. I'm not using my headphones, but I don't think it'll matter. All right, Esgedda, right off the rip here. This is, real quick, let me just change this. This is the Ratstack rivalries. Ratstack rivalries low. I guess I can spell better. Rivalries. This is a play all 3 and low elo. All right, we'll play. We'll catch up. Put on a little Fog of War, shall we? All right, so Esgedda's playing as the Magyars. Magyars awesome cav. Really good early cav attacks. They get the free attack upgrade. So that's pretty solid. They're playing on rune stones, by the way. Similar to Arena, but apparently it's more balanced. This is what they say. And we have Stealth Warrior. I should record this. Hold on. All right, we're recording now. I'll put this on my YouTube, assuming everything goes according to plan. We have Stealth Warrior playing as the Byzantines. That is Esgedda's teammate. So Esgedda playing as the Magyars with the good cav. Byzantines with the good, I would say, defense, if nothing else. Byzantines have extra HP on their buildings. They have Town Watch, Town Patrol free, so they have better vision. And cheaper going to Imp. They have Cataphracts. That's basically like their main things. But they're very solid. So they're tough to beat because their buildings just take longer to hurt, if you will. I don't know how you say the DJ0, DJ Fresh is playing as the Persians, and they are playing in the kind of a neon green kind of a color. I like this color. And the Persians, they're going to typically go into cav. They're usually going to be very, very good economically because their villagers create faster. And also they get the extra resources to start with. Where are they, Persians? Here we go. Start with 50 plus wood and 50 plus food. And then over here, their teammate is justapyr. Justapyr. They are playing as the Slavs. They started off with a barracks as their second building. Okay. The low elo is amazing. I love low elo. I don't think these guys are like that. These guys are like the 12 to 1300 range. Pretty much everyone is. I want to say... I got to double check this, but I think that DJ0 and justapyr might be the lowest elos in this group. But you would never know it from the way DJ0 is making militia at 6 minutes in. I mean, you got to love that energy. You got to love that energy. Let's take a look at idle TCs. 47 seconds for Esgedda, 28 for Stealth, 26 and 51 for Aper and DJ0. I gotta learn how to say this. DJ0? I'm going DJ0. DJ Bijo. And it looks like Esgedda is actually pushing in some deer. Which, let me tell you, is not a low elo thing to do. Low elos do not push in deer. It is not a thing that the low elos like to do. I don't like doing it, and I'm considered a low elo, so. Tanzbans. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually looked at like everyone's individual elo. I just know like the team elo that ants use to make like the brackets and whatnot. I want to say these guys might be the lowest. Let me double check real quick. We got a moment here. We're not in a rush. We got plenty of time. Oh, here it is. So, pull it up. Yeah, DJ and justapyr are their average elo for teams, I guess, is 1046. Actually, Tanzbans, your team elo is 1151. So as a team, you guys are higher than they are, for what it's worth. What's up, Ants? Ants is my moderator, so if anyone gets wild in the chat, she's on top of it. I don't know if she knows how to moderate, but she's given the power. So that's exciting for everyone. Mostly exciting for me. And I'm going to have a ball casting this. I'm telling you this right now. So we have the 2 militia and the scout. These guys were ready to go at like 7 minutes. And despite like all the economic destruction that making these units this quickly does to you, justapyr is just waiting. Said, I destroyed my eco already by building this barracks and making these militia. I'm just going to sit back with them. You know? Other players, they might want to go attack. They might want to get some damage early, try to make up for that, destroying their own eco. Not justapyr. Not how they roll. So I was curious how Stealth Warrior actually spells it, because they said it spelled Stealth Warrior, and they are correct. But there was a lot of typos on Stealth Warrior before. Pushing in deer for Stealth Warrior, too. So Esgedda and Stealth Warrior both pushing in deer. Militia still just chilling here. Has clicked up to feudal age. As everyone else gets to feudal age, justapyr has clicked up to feudal age. They're running into a bear though. That bear got a little bit of damage. Got four damage, and now these guys may be a little tentative to go out into the darkness. Maybe just a little tentative. Okay, we got another militia coming. Another militia being built. Maybe I'm thinking justapyr wants to do this as like a more of like a typical drush where you hit man-at-arms like as soon as your units get there. But the timing's a little bit slow. Now, if we're looking at stealth warrior is going cav, and Esgedda is also double cav and double scout attack. Nothing wrong with that. No units being shot. Looks like we're getting a fast castle from Dijo. Dijo is playing as the Persians, and they're going for a castle. I can tell you that by putting this many on the mining camp. Fun fact, mining camp being one space away would be a little bit better than wedging it in there, but let's not get too crazy. Now, Dijo just hit feudal. Their militia is sitting back, relaxing a little bit. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and get the man-at-arms upgrade, though. I'm thinking they will. They're actually adding a stable. Not going for... Oh, they're going for man-at-arms now. Okay. So going for man-at-arms, they're going to follow this up with a stable. We're going to have Dijo going up to Castle Age. They're almost there. They are getting double bid X on the way. And we have Wheelbarrow coming in for justapyr. Justapyr is... has a build order I've never seen before, which is what I love about low elo, myself included. Like I don't like playing the meta, playing to as perfect as you can. Who cares? I'm not being facetious here. And justapyr is on the way. Esgedda has a couple of 3 scouts waiting for him though. Let's see if they see him or not. I'll take the fog of war off. I don't think it's gonna be as important. Ooh, they don't see him. They got 4 scouts going forward. Justapyr really... So they had most of this militia like ready to go at like 7-8 minutes, which is pretty fast, but not attacking until about 15 minutes. And the scout rush coming in at around 15 minutes as well. Armor coming in for those man-at-arms, yeah. Dato, I would love to cast that. I mean, I know Ryan and Sharky pretty well. They probably won't be for a couple weeks. Sharky's visiting me. Not actually, but he's in my homeland. Okay, these man-at-arms are actually getting value. He's actually getting pretty good value here. That's at least one villager. Let's see if I can pull up KD. KD right here. So 3 vill kills for justapyr. Or 3 kills. Let me see the eco KD. Eco KD. Right here. So Esgedda is throwing some scouts away, but actually got some kills here. Esgedda has 6 kills. I think those are all on the villagers. I think all of them are on these villagers here. I think a little bit of distraction. But actually, even despite the 6 villagers dying, justapyr has 5 vill kills, which I'm sure are all against Esgedda. And I think this is actually much better for justapyr. They're going for the barracks, taking out the barracks. The stable's actually back here. Esgedda's idling their TC. Esgedda's not building any units yet. They're building a mining camp touching the gold. You always want to leave one space there, guys. Just FYI. I am curious what green's going to do. Dijo has the castle. It is more defensively. Esgedda's going up to... Okay, so that's why Esgedda didn't want to build any more units because they wanted to get up to castle age. But I think we're going to see maybe 2 or 3 more vill kills here. Esgedda needs a garrison. Esgedda got the garrison. Actually deleted... I think that... What was it? A house or something? I'm not sure what that was. think that was like one of the starting houses, maybe. Oh, there's... I'm not sure what that was. This man was getting a ton of value. Second TC up for Stealth. Stealth is up in Castle Age. Only Esgedda is not up in... No, Esgedda and Justapyr. So both these guys are duking it out in Feudal right now. Justapyr did click up to Castle Age, though. They are on the way. So is Esgedda. And this is what you want to destroy. If you're Justapyr, you want to go ahead and destroy that stable. That stable is a menace to you. Justapyr is making a cav switch, it looks like. It looks like they don't want to make any more man-at-arms. They've gotten to know what they wanted out of it. We have some war elephants for green coming out. And kind of a full wall. Full stone wall, looks like, for green. That's Dijo. And these man-at-arms are still getting value. They destroyed a mill. They killed like 6 villagers. They're making these villagers run away. And archer armor coming in for Esgedda here. Esgedda trying to go double archery range. These men are getting a ton of value. Behind this though, Stealth War, this is what you want to do. As if you're not gonna be able to help your teammate early, you want to get a good eco going. If we're looking at Vil counts, Dijo is 39. Justapyr has only 21. Esgedda has 26. 36 for Stealth. So these two are kind of both... I want to say booming, but I don't know if I can say booming on 1 TC. But Dijo is Persian, so they are getting a lot of villagers out. And Esgedda's getting overwhelmed. I'm not sure where Esgedda's looking, but they don't want to ring their bell. Sometimes, honestly, you're better off just ringing your bell. Looks like they were looking at the archery range, maybe. Like, as many people say, like, oh, like, only noobs ring bells. Like, no, like, sometimes just ring your bell. Like, it's okay. Not the end of the world. If you're not going to be able to control your villagers well enough to get them in there, just ring your bell. That's my opinion here. We have camels. I like Stealth Warrior, Byzantine camels. Byzantines get a bonus on camels. Let me double check that. They're cheaper. Okay, I thought they had a bonus. There you go. Oh, and there's a gap. That's funny. He actually placed the foundation but never built it. And the camels are in. The only thing is war elephants are just incredible. What's the camel bonus against elephants? I don't think it's like that high. It just says it's 9. It's a 9 attack. But look at 450 HP on the war elephants though. Pair that with 15 attack, and the war elephants, like a handful of camels, they're gonna beat. They're gonna beat. Basically, war elephants beat everything. It's just not always necessarily a good trade. Like you don't want to go up against halberdiers. You don't want to go against camels. And a second TC for Esgedda. Justapyr seems like they're kind of holding back a little bit. They just made some scouts. All they have is scouts. They made a monk. The monk is probably going to go for a relic or two, I would imagine. Looks like blue and red are trying to double team green here. And this is not fully walled. A lot of idle villagers here for green. You probably need to click on these walls and just try to get this walled up. It looks like they're going to get in, but there's a castle right there. Let's see. Yeah, the castle's a deterrent enough, it looks like. Oh, but this villager is running the wrong way. And there's a gap here, so there's still some walling to do. This gap has been fixed. But green's getting double teamed right now. Yellow is sending some scouts around. Yellow's adding a second TC as well. And a second castle. Wow. Okay. So Dijo has 2 castles, but only has 1 town center. So they do have a pretty good Vil count, 42 versus 46 for red. But red's sitting on 3 TCs. So if they're going to continue their Vil production, which they're doing a decent job. They're running 2 TCs out of them, you know, with Hill production now. We're going to have a forward castle from red, but honestly, there's no good place to put it. There's already 2 castles there. I mean, I think I try to squeeze it in right here. No. This castle puts pressure on green, which is good. Like, it's going to deny some of the, like, a couple of farms, but it's in range of that castle, and this is a... I don't know. It is a Byzantine castle. Byzantine castle should have more HP. Yeah, 6,000 HP. Okay. The elephants are probably not going to stop this castle. Yeah, they're not going to stop the castle. Although, I mean, all those camels went down, and several villagers didn't make it there. But I think these war elephants are going to go down to these archers or castle fire. A handful of pikes coming in here now. Now, yellow is going for 3 TC. So while green is being attacked, yellow is actually trying to get a boom going. I mean, green should be fine, honestly. Like, there really shouldn't be an issue from green, because green has the 2 castles here. You know, this castle isn't really denying much of anything. It's the only thing I worry about is I don't know if they can see this gold that well. Sometimes you build a castle in front of the gold and you kind of lose track that it's there. But they do have this gold back in the back. They're stone walled. I mean, green's base is pretty well defended. Yellow's base, on the other hand, is not, and I don't know if green... The war elephants are great, but they're slow, right? They're the slowest animals in the world. Although elephants are fast in real life, let's be honest. But in this game, they are slow. Camel Rider is 1.45 speed. War Elephant 0.8. And they have all this armor on them, I guess, right? Like, that's gonna slow them down. But like, I'm pretty sure elephants can like outrun most things. Like, I think an elephant and a camel in a foot race, the elephant's gonna win. But I don't know. We're not talking real life here. Looks like blue, Esgedda, is kind of... They're not going to yellow at all. I think that like, green is too well defended. I think going to yellow would be the move here. But it seems like they want to go after green. And Justapyr, who was way down to start, is about to... is, like, pretty much, like, head-to-head with the Viscount here. It looks like Dijo is only going to make war elephants. And the archers are in. Missing some of the blacksmith upgrades on these war elephants, too. Ballistics coming in for yellow. So yellow is, I'm guessing, thinking about some kind of archer play. They don't really have. They only have 3 scouts. Slavs typically don't make archers, but maybe they just got that for their castle. I'm not sure. And that's a lot of cav archers here. Magyar cav archers. Mounted archers train 25% faster. That's our team bonus, actually. That's pretty cool. Good to know. Okay, a couple archer ranges going up for green. Green needs skirmishers, honestly. They need skirmishers, or they need to finish this wall. And these cav archers are... They're going in an interesting way. They actually can get a ton of damage, though, here. Is that a quick... Oh, my God, we got a quick wall. Dijo with the quick wall. This was his plan. Oh, he's trying to go... He's trying to trap him in there. Good try. Good try. Dijo with the quick wall attempt. You gotta love it. There's, like, 3 Xbox or, like, controller players who can quick wall well. And none of them are in this game, unfortunately. Take a look back at the base. This is Esgedda's base. Still on 2 TCs. Has all those cav archers here. Stealth Warrior's getting a nice little boom. Wood line's pretty inefficient. They're gonna have to leave that wood line at some point. They do have this wood line here. They have a couple other spots they can definitely move to. But I think we're gonna see. Actually, I wonder if we're gonna see Imp coming in pretty soon for any of these guys. 3 rams in here for red plus They've got some pikes here. And yeah, blue is able to get pretty good value. Esgedda's really cooking with these cav archers. Bluebirdie co-cast. Well, co-cast with Ants, but if you want to co-cast with me that game, if I'm around. And this is gonna be really bad for justapyr. Maybe, I mean, maybe not. They have some light cav. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this castle should get denied. Esgedda reacted to it pretty quickly. They're gonna kill the light cav and then they're gonna go for the vills. Yeah, if you're gonna castle drop this late in the game, you typically are gonna need many more units. Although Esgedda's getting distracted. I think this castle went up. Oh my goodness. That castle never in a million years should have gone up. This castle never in a million years should have gone up. Oh my goodness. That's insane. And blue making a counter castle. And this castle denies that gold. It doesn't quite range. They don't have any range upgrades. Another castle, dude. Low ELO is incredible. Castle drops, especially like at this ELO range, are just unstoppable. I think that they're unbeatable. A castle drop. Double castle drop here. Denies this gold, so where's blue going to take gold from? They have gold in the back. They have another gold in the back here. There's some war elephants. Looks like red lost some of their units. They used to have a bunch of pikes. I'm not sure where they went. Oh, they're over here now. Oh, so red also kind of castle dropped green at the same time. But this castle doesn't really do much. And yellow's kind of getting a little too close to blue's castle here. We have imp coming in for blue and yellow and red. Well, green's the one who really needs the imp to come in. Like, green down here needs to get rid of these castles. I mean, they can probably do it with the war elephants, but... Oh, the monk play. Oh, my goodness. Are these monks going to convert the war elephants? Wow. So... We've got one conversion there. Are they going to stray too close to the castle is what I'm worried about. No, they're coming back. Yeah, and the war elephants, when you have monks on defense, even if they're not like a third, dude, this play from justapyr is awesome. This is game one, Saboteur. I have capture rage up here, so you'll see it on the top here once we update the scores. Justapyr is triple castle dropping. Triple forward castle, I guess would be a better way to say it. They're not making any trebs right now. They are in imp, so they could be making trebs. Red's probably going to be able to make some trebs here. They have 3 rams. I'm not sure if they're just like saving them or if they forgot about them. But unfortunately, the war elephants I feel like are not gonna work anymore. Just all the counters from Stealth Warrior for the war elephants. Like literally every counter they have they have pikes, they have monks, and they have camels. And they're making all of them. So you gotta mix it up. Yellow should win this Treb war. They have 3 castles to make Trebs from. Yellow's eco is pretty good. It's better than Esgedda's in blue. Back here, nothing major happening. Yellow's just not making trebs, though, is the issue. Like, yellow needs to make these trebs if they're going to win this. These cav archers moving forward.
I think yellows might not have the resources to make Trebs because they really need to make Trebs out of here. So they're gonna lose everything. Yeah, all their forwardness they're gonna lose, I think. And same thing over here. Red is pushing green pretty hard. And these monks, if so he's targeting just one elephant, but if he targeted multiple elephants, yeah, monk's actually getting killed by the castle and the skirmishers. I like the skirmishers from Dijo big time. And the how, well, these are pikes. They're like running through the war elephants. And that's a great value for red right there. Yeah, it looks like yellow's plan is just kind of like make a bunch of castles, but in imp that's not going to work right now. They're just going to get trebbed down. You need the trebs, and you probably need some unit to defend against this. Against the cav archers. And we have the rams moving in. This is an unfortunate position for this treb to be set up. I think there's space on the other side, though. Is there? Let's see. Nope. That treb is just completely blocking everything. This house has 64 HP on it, though, so the house could be taken down. There you go. Yeah, still trying to make war elephants. Dijo is making war elephants, which are going to be a rough unit to use. They might get rid of this ram, though. Meanwhile, Esgedda is putting down 2 more yellow castles. Another castle from yellow. Dude, where's yellow getting all this stone from? I wonder if they're... I'm gonna check I'll check the market use after this, because I wonder if they're just buying stone. That was like... They had 3... That's 5 castles they made? I think there was maybe 4 or 5. No, definitely 5, because they have one back to their home. And Hussars... I mean, I like the Hussars with the Scorpions, the heavy Scorpions behind it as the meat shield. And Slavs have a Scorpion bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Siege Workshop units cost minus 15%. Yellow's making a little fight here. I thought Yellow was looking in a pretty rough spot, but actually with the raids and everything, their eco's looking bad. Green is just getting wrecked right now, though. Green's down to 30 vills. Green never made more than 1 TC. They're surrounded by castles. Yeah, Green just doesn't have much of a life left over here. And it looks like blue has stabilized yellow. Yeah, now red's, I mean, should probably be able to just wipe out green right now. 16 vills left for green. Not even sure where they all are. I don't know if any of them ran away. Oh no, 15 of them are in this TC. Yeah, so green's fully dead right now. And these vills are running out. Let's see if red notices and chases them. They have nowhere to go. They're going to run right under castle fire no matter which direction they go, basically. They might be able to sneak out this way, but they're getting chased by these cataphracts. Yeah, cataphracts. Yes, green's down to... Oh, another quick wall from green! Another quick wall from green. He's blocking his own house. Yo, green with the quick walls, man. I love it. I mean, 1 out of 3 has actually worked, to be fair. 2 vills might get out, though. Is that going to be enough? stay tuned. See if that's going to be enough to win this game. And red taking over. I like taking over the base and just putting up a town center there immediately. Wouldn't mind seeing one on these farms, too. Yellow's making a little push. Yellow needs siege, though, is the issue. Yellow needs trebs. You're not gonna, like, they could actually probably do pretty well with what they have, but you can't go under the castles. You need the trebs. And you need these to be together. But, I mean, red's going to start pushing yellow any second here. 2 villagers did get out for green. Let's just remember that. For Dijo. And Dijo's going for a TC in the back. This is game 1, so they are kind of feeling each other out, right? I wrote low ELO LOE. Guys, I need to fix that. That's embarrassing. It was a typo. It was a typo. I know how to spell low. Okay. I mean, to be honest, this army from yellow isn't terrible from justapyr. Redville's running away. But green's hoping that yellow can somehow bail him out here. They have 3 war elephants. Red is just running through yellow's base. It's actually not fighting anything. It's just running through. This is a wild choke point right here. And the choke point scorpions could actually help a lot. I would imagine justapyr and Dijo are going to call this pretty soon. I think maybe once yellow loses these scorpions, which to be honest, like a massive heavy scorpions are just a pain to deal with. I don't care what units you have. Like if you have a massive heavy scorpions, you're probably not getting in on them. You have to go around them and kill everything else and then kind of work on the scorpions. The only thing is if you have mangonels or traction trebs. Those are the only things that work, or racket carts. They work really well against heavy scorpions. And even then, you still have to kind of, like, pay attention. But they're fighting on, it looks like. I mean... Yellow's at 97 vills. They've been there for a while. Esgedda and Stealth are at 120 and 106. So... And green is at 6. Like, green is 20 minutes away from being 20 minutes away of contributing anything more in this game here. Not sure where red's going with this army. This base is empty. This base is completely empty. I guess they're getting refuge over here. But it looks like green and red could just move in on yellow at any point right now. Which will just this mass of heavy scorpions that are flying too close to the sun here. They're gonna die to this castle. Yeah, heavy scorpions. You don't want to throw them away like that. You want to keep your massive heavy scorpions alive. And he notices and he moves them back. But what you can do against the heavy scorpions though is just keep building castles forward until you get within treb range. That way you don't actually ever have to fight them. And then just raid. Like you could have raid, red raid from one side and You raid from the other side if you're Esgedda here. What you don't want to do in this situation is give green time to get back in the game. Because, yeah, green's only at 11 villagers now. And, you know, like, you give green time to get back in the game. They are Persians. Like, they only need a little bit of time to get their units up. And if they get a handful of, like, war elephants, like 10 war elephants plus the scorpions, probably can push in a couple of trebs. Like, crazier things have happened. So I would say if I'm red, I would really want to be pushing here. Neither one's making anything that actually counters scorpions, which is the main concern that I have for Esgedda's team, is that they just don't make the right and or enough units to attack these heavy scorpions. But I mean, all you can just win with numbers, which is what they're doing right now. Lose just sending. Lose like whatever. I'll lose as many as I need to. It doesn't matter. Obviously, the Rico is better. Red is also pushing in on this side, and this should be a GG moment pretty darn soon. Bell is wrong. And that's the GG. Good work. I do want to see, the one thing I want to see is, so 1,000 gold, 1,300 was sent. And yeah, Esgedda was using the market like crazy. But it was yellow. Yeah, yellow sold 3,000 to get 1,400. That was probably gold for stone, I'm guessing. Be my guess. All right, good work. That's an Esgedda and stealth victory. Let's see if we can find a game 2 here. Give me one moment. Okay, they're playing on Runestones. That was the game they just played, so that they haven't set the lobby up fully yet, but looks like they're setting it up now. All right, waiting for game number 2. African clearing, it looks like it's going to be. Any basketball fans out there? The UConn women are starting right now, I believe. Oh my god, my dog just farted. It smells so bad. Oh, Milo. Dude. Oh my god. Get out of here. Go. Oh my goodness. Dude, that is a clear the room kind of fart. That's bad. Okay. Oh man, I'm drinking a beer and I'm getting bloated. Let me tell you. Anyone else want to know more about bodily functions? Let me know. I'm guessing they're taking some sort of break. Let me pull up my Discord here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's private, you guys. What is going on, man? Let's go. Oh, yeah, this is the spot. Okay. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, we got a game. Let's check it out. All right, 38-second spec delay, so we're getting there. Let me put this back on how I like it. Yeah. All right, we are ready to go. Lost a few viewers in the process, but it was well worth the wait, in my opinion. All right, so we have Esgedda playing as the Franks. And we have Stealth Warrior playing as the Vietnamese. Dijo in the green playing as the Chinese. Justapyr playing as the Berbers. They are the same colors they were last game, so I do like that. I don't have to change anything for consistency purposes. For continuity, we don't got to change nothing. I'll send this an update to Capture Age. I wonder what they updated. I'll do it after. All right, so red and yellow kind of getting together on the left side here. They are opponents, so keep that in mind. Green, or not green, blue, way up on top. Green has not started building their TC yet. Oh, and I like this for green and yellow. They're kind of surrounding red here. And Stealth Warrior played very well last game, for sure. But they might be forced into like a 2v1. Because red, I mean, the Esgedda is way up here. So like Stealth Warrior down here? I don't know. And then what's the boar situation? Let's see. So we got one boar right next to red. That's good for them. Another one up here. If you're green, you want to go steal those boars as fast as you can. Or yellow. I don't know if they've seen them. All right, let's see what's gonna happen here. What do you think? Oh, so I didn't say this. So green is Chinese. Chinese is a tough civ to use. They're at 41 seconds of idle eco. And 45 seconds of idle eco. So in a nomad start, you don't need to have any idle eco. Well, I guess you do because you don't start with any food. So you maybe have to have like 20 seconds or so. But it's definitely more idle eco than you want. But they should still end up a little bit ahead in terms of eco, though. They should. They didn't get loom, actually. Yeah, so my recommendation, don't play Chinese if you don't know how to play Chinese, because they are they're not actually that tough. I find that the start for them isn't that bad, but you do have to practice it a few times. It's not just like any other start. Now, blue up here playing as the Franks. Franks on a map like this, I think you could go like early scouts, or you could just boom. And I think they might want to boom, and that's kind of why they've chosen the position they're in. The problem is, can red survive if blue is booming? We got 4 on wood for red. Yellow is doing the same build they did last time. They're doing a barracks. I feel like they're gonna get housed. Am I not? Am I crazy? Do they only have one? They must have a house somewhere else, way over here. When I play with certain players, they'll build a house and a lumber camp with one villager, just because it's like more, I don't know, convenient. This barracks is like as much in the way as it can possibly be too. I like this mill from red. Very good mill from red. Vietnamese, so they're going to know where both these TCs are, right? They're going to see the TCs. Berbers, stable units are cheaper. Villagers move faster. And that's basically what they get, right? And they get Genitors. Genitors aren't bad units, generally speaking. Frank Genitors probably, do they get the extra HP? They probably do. So Frank's, their bonus is the mounted units plus 20% HP. Yeah, so Frank Genitors actually would be really good units. Believe it or not, those would actually be really good units. I don't know if we're going to see them this game, but possibly. Franks, the only problem with Franks that I have is typically they're going to go Cav. However, they buffed the Throwing Axeman recently, and the Throwing Axeman after the buff is actually, they're actually incredible. They're actually really strong. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Throwing Axeman coming out. Like, I've seen players just literally going, like, fast castle into Throwing Axeman, and that's, like, all the units they make. And it's actually not bad. And yellow's moving forward with these militia. They made 3 militia. We had a barracks actually for red already. They're not training anything out of the barracks. This barracks might go down before they get a chance to. Red's going to be in trouble. I think red could be in trouble. It depends on what green's going to do. But if they both attack red, I think that they can wipe red pretty easily. And blue's going up pretty early. Blue went up at 18 vills. So it looks like blue's going to want to try to help out red in feudal age. Which may or may not be the right play. Like sometimes you want to let your teammate, let your teammate die a little bit. But red's doing the right things to defend this. They're making militia inside of their barracks. They're repairing the barracks. Green, on the other hand, looks like they're fast castling. But now they're building... I'm confused what green's doing. They're building a mining camp on the stone. So maybe they're going to go for towers, or they're going to go for a castle. But they need to get the gold. We do have a stable out there for blue. So I think Esgedda's going to try to make some scouts to go ahead and help their teammate. Nothing in queue yet. Red was housed. Red's definitely getting a little bit shook, but they're making all the right moves, though. And I think green's order of operations here is a little bit off. I think you probably want to get the gold to go up first and then get on the stone. Unless you're going to make towers. A tower would be really nice. They could tower over here. They could tower over here. Tower over here. They probably have to scout a little bit. But now we have scouts from blue that are going to come help. And yellow is only at 19 vills because they made the militia. Now the man-at-arms coming forward from red. Red's going to get some value from these, I think. If they see these villagers. Yellow reacted pretty well, though. Yellow reacted right away. This TC doesn't... It may range these guys, actually. They're, like, right on the line. And red is the one towering, actually. I thought it was going to be... I thought green over here was going to be towering. Barrack's going up for Dejo. Dejo's just trying to play like fast castle drop. I just don't know if they're going to have the resources that they need. This version of capture rates, or not this version, but like this... The way this looks, it's a little tricky. They're at 600 wood, 500 food, so they could, in theory, get there. They could make another, like, mill right here in between. That'd be nice. But a castle drop from green would be really nice. They just have to get the castle age. There's only 3 on food for them is the issue. Where are these guys going? I like the way blues like going to all these different lakes here, these little ponds. Probably needs a mill over here. Or just move them to one of the other ponds that already has a mill. We got a quick wall! Yellow with the quick wall. Was it yellow last game that was quick walling? I think it was, right? Yellow was bottom right. That's so funny. Maybe I think yellow's a Viper fan. Because Viper always quick walls and Viper's always yellow. That's my story. They called the game? Was that a crash? I'm gonna message him real quick, because that seemed like that might have been a crash. If they crash, I can't cast it, so... I'm asking Esgedda if that was a crash or a GG. I don't know. Yeah, why would you GG there? I mean, you could, but it's... I don't know. It would seem like a premature GG, if that was a GG. African clearing, you can't look at the score, really. You have to kind of look at what's going on. I mean, it is like Esgedda's team is clearly way far in the lead, but I didn't see a necessary GG moment there. Like, tower's still going up. I mean... Oh, they called GG. Okay. Very interesting. All right, that's two wins for Esgedda's. That's a frustration GG if I ever saw one, though. That's too bad. All right, next game is on Step. My dogs are barking. These guys, I think it's nighttime for them. I think these guys are in Europe. I don't know if all of them are in Europe or just like some of them, but I think they're in Europe.
right, game 3 starting now. All right, they are in it. It is Steppe. Steppe, the land of the Steppe Lancers. Imho. $15 seconds. 15 seconds to launch. All right, here we go. So Esgedda, Stealth Warrior, so far have run through as Dijo and just up here. This is actually Esgedda's and Stealth Warrior's map, I believe. This is the third game. Yes, but it definitely is, yeah. All right, so Dijo and justapyr. Justapyr playing as the Way probably best civ in the whole game, honestly. Tatars for Dijo. We have Stealth Warrior playing in the red as the Teutons. And Esgedda playing as Ethiopians. Esgedda's definitely a very solid player. Definitely one of the better players, I think, in the division. Just kind of does everything that you want to see out of a high-level player. They make a lot of the right decisions, it seems like. They also do some of like the more tricky, fancier things, like scouting with the geese. Not everyone can scout with geese. Now the Nomad start. I like Nomad maps, but for some reason I don't like Steppe. And I think it's more of a personal thing because I put the town center in a bad spot every time. So I'm always thinking I want to have it like somewhere besides where you start, but I think where you start is actually just the best spot for it. Maybe just put it on the berries or put it on the gold. Probably on the berries would make the most sense. And then something about this map just confuses me, like with the wood lines. Like sometimes you can walk through the woods to get to your opponent. I'll take Fog of War off. Like, yeah, like right here, if you're red, okay. So you walk to the east. And then you go all as far as you can, and then you go to the north. And you can kind of just like sneak behind here into your opponent's base. And something about that just always kind of, I don't know, it just throws me off a little bit in this map for some reason. Now the Teutons, I don't know. Teutons, I think, could be good here. The only thing is, like, they have, like, the cheap farms, which is usually, like, their biggest thing. But here there's so much hunt that maybe having a hunt bonus would be better, or just having a bonus that maybe not farm-related. Like, I don't know if farming here is as valuable. And then, like, the barrack stable units, +1, +2 melee armor, and castle imp. Like, you're getting kind of, like, later value out of them. I feel like maybe, like, you're not really getting much value from them until more or less, like, Castle Age. Because you really don't want to be dropping farms here until you're pretty much in Castle Age. Or, like, on the way up, maybe. So we'll see how that pick goes. I like the Teutons a lot, but I definitely don't know if I love it here. Esgedda as the Ethiopian. The Ethiopian's always a solid choice. Always a solid choice. You really can go with the Ethiopians. They get extra gold, extra food. Foot archers attack 18% faster. That's like all I ever think about with them. Just when they have an archer ball, it's insane. The best archers in the game, I would presume. Best civ in the game, bar none. I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me anyone else. Especially on an open map like this.
Their early game's great. Their late game's great. Everything's great about them. Everything's great about them. So the main reason why I say that is they get extra villagers for every eco upgrade, and there's like 5 eco upgrades that you can get, and 3 of them you're gonna get pretty much like early on anyway. So you're basically up like the same amount of villagers as you would be if you were the Chinese. You just get them a little bit later than the Chinese get them. The traction trebs with cheaper traction trebs are amazing, amazing. And the Haewon cavalry and the Tiger Cav are just like Haewon. I think are really high melee armor, and Tiger Cav are really high pierce armor. So like whichever situation you need your cav to be, you can figure it out. And Tatars I don't really play as much. So Tatars have like the main bonus that livestock animals last 50% longer, and that's again not really good for step. I don't know. Units deal 25% damage when fighting from higher elevations. Not a lot of hills on this map. That's not really going to be a thing. Thumb Ring Parthian Tactics free. Okay, solid. Yeah, I'm not sure I love that pick for this map in particular. Just there's like it's very not hilly. There's a couple little hills here and there. But there's other maps that I think are more hilly that you really get more of a bonus from that. Sean, I would agree. Chinese, I think, probably are the best overall civ. But like we saw justapyr, I think it was last game, use Chinese and just didn't like use them totally wrong. Like Chinese, you just have to know what to do. It's not that complicated. It's just a couple different like steps, and if you don't know it, then you're setting yourself back instead of setting yourself forward. You know, that's the issue. Whereas the way, you can just play them normally. Like, if you just play the way normally, you're going to be up villagers. Like, without even thinking about it. Like, accidentally, you'll be up villagers, you know? Are there extra sheep in the corners here? Yeah, I guess there are. So it's not a bad bonus. It's just a lot of hunt. A lot of grizzly bears back here. Are these herdable? Are these just... I think these are just, like, yeah, wild. They're wild. They're not domesticated. A lot of relics in these corners, too. Red going for some walls here. Red's getting loom. Everyone has a horse to hunt around with. Looks like blue wants the fast castle. And they did come out here for the hunt. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like this is the kind of food income you want early on this map. If you know, like if you're back like with a 2-win bonus, like if you're back farming, that's gonna be, you know, not using the bonuses well. It's a tough map to wall too. You guys are actually doing a pretty good job walling, but like even if you wall your front, you have all these little spots on the side you have to wall. You have to walk back here to make sure, you know, you don't know if it's connected or not. Like, it's just a lot to wall on this map. I think that's one of the things that always throws me off. And 24 vills for blue. Idle Eco's looking pretty good. Stealth Warrior with 59 seconds. Justapyr with 22 minutes. That's going to set you back big time. Dejo, 47 seconds and counting. They're coming out here to get some of these mouflons. I've never eaten mouflon meat personally, but I'm sure it's tasty. Archery range going up for Esgedda. Playing as the Ethiopians, I'm not surprised. I do think that they want a fast castle, though. So I don't know if they're going to make anything. I don't know if they can. They're going for the blacksmith archery range. Those are the buildings they need, but they're actually making archers now, so they're probably not going to fast castle. Trying to get some pressure on. And justapyr adding farms. Again, this map, you definitely want to be taking the hunt as much as possible. Like, come out here, build a mill. Fun fact, I actually built a yurt with my family when I was about, like, 15 or so. My uncle bought a property on the river, and there's, like, no way to drive there. You have to take a boat there. And just like a river property, like, nothing on it. Well, I think there was a house. We had to, like, tear it down. We, like, burnt it. And Castle Age coming in for green here, and blue, and red. I think yellow's the only one not going to castle. And so my uncle's just like looking up like cheap options for houses, and he found like a kit to build a yurt. And so all he had to do was build a foundation and then build it. And so we did. It was pretty fun. Fond memories as a child of doing that. Eric's in the back for Dejo. There are archers here. Archer's not moving forward, but I think he just wants to upgrade them. I think he just wanted to get a head start. Minute 18. Yellow going castle. So no fighting in feudal. That's interesting. Everyone just content to go up to Castle Age. Double archery range for Dejo. Tatar's making cav archers. I like a lot. I love the cav archers from Tatars. They have a cav archer bonus, don't they? Just Parthian tactics free. Yeah, that's pretty solid. And thumb ring free. That's pretty solid, actually. I was thinking of Tatars as cav archers. And we have archers moving forward from blue. Blue's feeling very confident. Even before crossbow comes in, sent those archers forward. And tower going up with this crossbow might find those vills though. And yep, Esgedda found those vills. And actually this tower's not going to go up. Not right now at least. And to be honest, that tower probably should have been over here anyway, because this doesn't really protect what you need to protect. And that's great. Esgedda's really impressing me with how they're playing. Like, they're very solid. That's 6 villager kills for Esgedda. And I think these crossbows are going to be streaming in. Second archery range somewhere, yep. Yeah, Esgedda's gonna have a lot of I kind of don't want to play Esgedda. I'm in this division and I'm watching this. And I don't love it. Cav archers from the Tatars. This is what I'm saying though. Like you want to find a hill if you're the Tatars. Like you'd love to, but there's just not a place to find a hill. And so no one has ballistics yet. I think I've said this many times. I think ballistics is super important to get. And yellow's just he's so stubborn trying to get this tower up. He got the tower up, but again, this tower doesn't really protect that much. But it is deterring blue from moving forward at all, so it's doing what it needs to do. But a lot of idle time for yellow behind all of that. Yellow's in a rough spot. Let's see what red's doing. Red is adding town centers, and red is making knights. So red is not going to have that much res if they're going to try to get the town centers working. They are getting some stone over here. And only 1 TC from Dejo. And only 1 TC from Esgedda. So red trying to get a boom going. Let's see if they can keep. Currently not making any villagers out of their 3 TCs. So, small coaching tip. Town centers are for making villagers. Town centers are expensive. If you're not going to make villagers out of them, don't make them. It just it doesn't actually help you. Sometimes you're better off making 1. Like the rule of thumb, I'm going to give a quick coaching thing. The rule of thumb is you want to have at minimum 6 farms for each town center. So if you can't put 6 farms around each town center, like pretty much immediately, then don't build that town center. That's a minimum. Like ideally you want 7 to 10. I can say that because I'm one of the best players in the low ELO bracket, so like that makes me an expert, you know. But you actually don't have to be that good at this game to know stuff like that. That's not super complicated. Yellow, uh-oh. I'm worried for these villagers here. I'm worried for these villagers here. And Esgedda is planting these crossbow, put him on stand ground. And you see, yellow wants that town center. They could put it over here. If they want to be on stone, they could actually put it over here, and this watchtower will more or less protect them. Good, Esgedda. All right, note to self: ban Ethiopians from Esgedda. That's my take. And look at these. What are these? Some skirmishers over here? Protecting stealth. One good thing about casting is I get to kind of scout my opponents. And ballistics coming in for green, just in time too. Actually, a little hit and run. Ballistics is not in for blue. And these, I mean, Tatar Cav Archers are pretty darn powerful. That actually cleared that up perfectly. Unfortunately, justapyr is only at 20 villagers. Oh, but red's getting some damage. Red's getting some damage on green over here. Green overchopped. Yeah, it's a handful of villagers down. I don't think green reacted immediately, too. They're probably just kind of looking away. They're probably looking at their Cav Archers. So good timing from red for sure. From red for sure. The Cav Archers have come back home, but this is actually cleared out. That's what it is about this map. Is just so tough to actually wall it. Like, you just so many holes. You're chopping through the wood lines. Elite skirmisher coming in for red. Like they're really worried about these Cav Archers. You can tell. Yeah, Esgedda's like really good for with archers. Let's see, 500 HP on those guys, 600 HP on these guys, but these are skirmishers. And red's got a few knights here as well. And it looks, this is, if it's not overchopped yet, it's going to be overchopped there very soon. Yeah, that's way too many skirmishers for these Cav Archers to deal with. Bit of a panic cat. That's a lot of Vill kills. 98 Vills for Esgedda's team and 61 for Dijo's team. Sniping farms. Check out Esgedda's base. So Esgedda's going for the university now. I mean, they're doing really well with these archers. I like to see the university with ballistics a little sooner if you can. But everything's a trade-off. You know, you build the university, you're not building farms. You're not building the second town center. Fletching coming in for yellow. Yellow's at... Now yellow's got the Vil lead for their team. Yellow's at 43. Green is the one that's actually kind of getting wrecked right now. Yeah, Dijo and justapyr just have no answer for this many archers. And Red's about to castle drop. And this castle, I mean, it's a good first castle, but I think you wanna keep moving him. DJ just quit. Dijo. Saw the castle, said nope, not on my watch, buddy. Forward stables. You gotta love it. And yeah, I mean, really good job, Esgedda and Stealth Warrior. Very solid team. Definitely doing everything right here. And justapyr is still fighting on. It is a 2v1. Their teammate has quit. Typically in a tournament, you quit at the same time. You don't you don't keep fighting on. But justapyr wants to see what they can do alone, I guess. Honestly, Tiger Cav would be really good units to make. Like Tiger Cav are really good against archers, if I'm not mistaken. They have really high pierce armor. Like I can understand fighting on if like if you have a big army, you want to see what you can do with it. But fighting on when you have no army is kind of I don't know. It's kind of a bad taste, in my opinion. I'm sure you're a cool guy, justapyr, but just FYI, when your teammates quits in a tournament, that's indication that you're gonna quit. Like you quit, you're a team. You quit together. You win together. You lose together. You know. There's a future ref. No big deal. Sending every villager to build this tower. These villagers are all gonna die. Oh my god, that is so fun. That is just fun. I mean, there are 2 skirmishers in queue. And there are a handful inside the archery range. And I would say kind of not to be that guy, but it's kind of textbook briefing right here. Like, this game's beyond over. GG to Esgedda. I'm taking some notes here about Esgedda's team because I'm learning some things. I mean, very solid. Just didn't make any mistakes. Did everything right. You know, put on the pressure. And then they called the GG. All right, well played. Dijo, justapyr, don't hang your heads if you hear this. Like, you guys are definitely solid players. You know, just outmatched in this one. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to compete in the next one. Esgedda, Stealth Warrior, very solid team. They played very well together. So, like, don't even sweat it. And Esgedda, Stealth Warrior, can't wait to play you guys. You guys are a force to be reckoned with, for sure. So, thanks everyone for watching. I did record this. I don't know if I'm going to put this on my YouTube or not. I'm trying to limit what I put on YouTube these days. Keep them only to the tops of the tops. I don't know if this would qualify. But I will have the VOD up, though. And it's always up on my YouTube as well in the live streams. I have it up there now. So, actually, I'll put that up on the screen. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe to my YouTube. Please. I beg you. All right, guys. Peace out.